We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Download the Intuit Credit Karma app and start achieving your money goals today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits with Jax Brittany. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays. We just got back from Kentucky yesterday. Actually, late last night we flew in, got to our house around like midnight.
Yeah, that was a long flight, a connecting flight. Wasn't that bad, though. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
as you guys all know, I have issues when it comes to planes and the things that just really irk me. And I mean, if we want to get back into that a little bit.
No, we don't need to get back into that. We've spent like 3 podcast episodes talking about Jackson is traveling. He did better this time, I will say, guys. And also, the people in Kentucky are just so nice. So everybody at the airport was amazing.
I got to sneak something in, though. I got to sneak one thing in.
What?
The people who use the bathroom before you use it. You ever watch like if you have to go to the bathroom on a plane, right? You really have to go. You notice the light is on, and then you like wait for that person to get out of the bathroom, and you see that person get out, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the bathroom after that person just used it. And it's literally, you know, the bathrooms, right? They're 2 feet by 2 feet.
They're so little,
small, right? So you can't even bend over. Now, mind you, now I have a child. Try changing a child in there as well.
I was going to say, changing the diapers, they got to make a better station for that because it is so tiny and Cruz is so long.
It is so hard. I'm like hitting my head. I'm like hitting everything. I'm trying not to hit his head. Trying to change the diaper using one hand. It's like, it's tough.
I think everybody thinks about that. I mean, no matter where you are, people are going to think about who was using the restroom before you. It just happens.
I just got to say, though, the people, like, it's such a difference between LAX and Lexington. Like, the people at the Lexington airport are just so nice. Like the people at the airline, were we American? We're American, right?
Yeah.
They were just so nice. We full on had a conversation with the front desk. I mean, it was just night and day of the workers.
I feel like people are normally nice. I think it's rare occasions whenever they're mean, but I think you have a little different, different experience than most people.
Also, we're dealing with LAX airport versus Lexington airport, which has got
super
3
busy.
terminals.
Okay, but we're not going to go into too much airport stuff because Jax will just go on and on. But I do want to talk about Christmas because we just got back from Kentucky and it was absolutely wonderful. Loved being around all the family and we just had so much fun.
Crazy weather this year.
Yeah, it was like really warm in Kentucky. It was like 66 degrees and then it started raining on Christmas. So it was a little weird. We were hoping for a white Christmas, of course, just like everyone else. But still, we were so blessed and lucky to be with our family. And Cruz had a great time.
Got lots of presents.
Lots of presents.
Lots of presents. He had lots of fun on the farm. It was a good time. Everybody got to see Cruz, which is always important. And,
yes.
It was a very good time.
Every year we do an Airbnb.
Really
every year we do a Friendsmas with like my best friends from back home. And we get an Airbnb for 2 nights. And we did that in Lexington this year. We went out and we got like a Sprinter van and we were partying. One night was without the kids. My mom stayed with Cruz. And then the next night was with all the kids. And it ended up being like, geez, how many kids did you think we had?
We had a lot. I think we said it was kind of a running joke. This year is the first time that nobody was pregnant.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny. And I just give a shout out to Justin at Griff Securities. Thank you so much for hooking up that van. It was awesome.
Yes, Griffin
we had such a great time.
Yeah.
And we went to Jeff Ruby's, which I don't know if anybody knows this. Jeff Ruby's is just an amazing steakhouse in Lexington. We started going there when we went to the Derby, and now we kind of make this a yearly thing. And it was just so good. We had a private room. They take such good care of us.
The chef came out and he made like realistic Louis Vuitton bag and a Nike Air Force One shoe out of cake. It was so cool.
If you saw our stories, we added that in, and they were just so good. The food was amazing, and then we topped it off at the very end of our trip by going to Carson's, which is another amazing steakhouse. It was just good. The steakhouses in Kentucky are just top shelf.
Yeah, but we had a really good time. Nothing like being with our family and getting to celebrate everything together. We always play these like gag gift games at my mama's. We call it Dirty Santa. Everybody has to go around and take a gift out of the center. What did you get? You've got something really funny.
This year?
Yeah, what'd you get this year?
You know what? It was really rushed this year.
I got mistletoe socks this year that had like, they used to be super popular. Every single toe has an individual little sock like a glove.
I don't remember what I got, but I do remember what we gave. We gave like a little tiny waffle maker, which is like you make one waffle that's the size of a donut. And then we gave, what else did we give? Like,
there's this ongoing thing where my mom, a long time ago, she bought this really ugly boat. It had like all these figurines on it. So we brought it as a gag gift one year, and it's been passed around for about 10 years now. And I got it last year. So I just love doing traditions like that. And I love the fact that everybody brings back the same gifts and like rotates it and becomes a whole thing. One year, whenever my papa was still here, they made a calendar of him smiling without his teeth. So every single month was a different picture of him smiling without his teeth. And I just thought that was the most adorable thing. I would give anything to see that calendar again now.
So it was good. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, though, I don't know about you guys, but Christmas just came and went this year. Like it went by so fast. I felt like we just got to Kentucky and it was already time to go.
I know, we were there for 8 days and it just flew by.
We definitely had no downtime. We were on the go. Every time we go there, we always have like places to go every time because everybody wants to see, you know, Brittany and crew. So we always kind of like have a schedule. So this year we didn't really have much downtime. So it was go, go, go.
I've got lots of friends and lots of family. So I try to see as many people as I can.
I know people were going to ask how was Cruz's sleeping schedule. And I'll just tell you right now,
gosh.
It was terrible.
He was so off. Kentucky is 3 hours ahead. And then just the traveling and everything else that was involved, staying in a different place. He was like going to bed, finally falling asleep at like 9 or something, and then waking up at 1:30 and then not going back to bed till like 6 a.m. almost every night. It was crazy.
We would rotate. Brittany would take one night, and then I would, take another night. It was just the only way we can do it without us losing our minds.
And he's normally a good sleeper, y'all. Like, this is not normal behavior in our house. So we were exhausted. Like, I'm still exhausted right now. Like, I could probably take a daytime nap, and I can't tell you the last time I was able to fall asleep during the day.
Time change really doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't really bother me, but it definitely, I could see it affecting Cruz. Like, it was just so hard to get him back on schedule. It really, really was.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping now that he's back because we didn't allow him to take a nap yesterday. So hopefully he's back today. He's actually still sleeping right now.
He also did amazing on the plane.
Yeah,
so I'm proud of him for his sleeping schedule to be so off. Like he was just a little angel, and it made me so happy. Okay. So one thing that we do definitely need to discuss, because there's a lot of stuff going around in the media, and I'm getting tagged in a bunch of things because of what you had said on House of Villains, Jax. So I would like for you to tell everybody what went down, and I'll tell everybody the story of what happened to me.
Well, I think I've talked about already that, at the end of the show, after, like, literally, I'm not going to lie, literally, I want to say 60 seconds after I was voted off, I got handed a phone, and it was my manager saying, "Hey, listen, I didn't want to call you because I know you're filming right now, but I feel like it's necessary. Brittany's in the hospital. She collapsed and this and that." And I was like, "Oh my God," I panicked, whatever. Cut to the story. We didn't know what it was. The doctors didn't really know what it was, but it was stroke-like symptoms. So I just assumed it was a stroke.
You went ahead and said something without being sure of the facts.
Yeah, and we live in a day and a world now where if you say something, people are going to criticize you like crazy about it. So I obviously didn't mean it, but it's what it resembled. So, I apologize.
You shouldn't have said it matter of fact. I think that's why, because so many people have been commenting and like being like, "I hope you're okay," which I will say, this was terrifying for me. I mean, my whole right side of my body went completely numb. I couldn't even hold my cell phone up. I could barely walk. I fell and like bruised up my whole side because my right leg gave out. So it was like actually very, very scary. My friend Janet came over and she was like, because I was so worried. I had Cruz at the house and I was by myself because obviously Jax was filming House of Villains, which, by the way, let me add, this was filmed months and months and months ago. So I'm completely fine now. I want to make that clear. But it was such a scary situation. And my friend Janet came over and she was like, "Well, I'm taking you to the hospital." So she takes me to the hospital, and Kristen met her up there, and they both took Cruz home. And then they started doing the MRIs, the CAT scans. I was in those tubes for like 2 hours, 3 hours. I ended up having to go back to the hospital for more tests. So it was like an ongoing thing. They never really knew exactly what was wrong with me. It could have been stress induced. It could have been a pinched nerve in my spine. It could have been, I have no idea, but I haven't felt that sensation since. And of course I was keeping up with the doctors, but I just wanted to make it clear that it was ruled out. My brain scans came back clean. I think that Jax.
I looked up stroke, and those were all the symptoms of stroke.
He just was, he had to go back to filming, and I think that he just thought that's what it was, but
Yeah. Well, we
we
never
want to make
really-
it clear because I think that, you forget that you're on reality TV sometimes and the whole world is going to see this.
I know. It's crazy that people just take everything you say with like literally, and I apologize. I shouldn't have said that, but it was a scary time and I didn't know. And we were panicking and, like I said, I was Googling it and looking it all up and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are the signs of a stroke. But I didn't know that. I'm not a doctor, but
But now we know that it was not an actual stroke. We have no idea what actually did happen. But again, it was a very scary time. And I do appreciate people reaching out to me and like saying that they hope that I feel better and everything, because it was, like I said, very nerve wracking. And I do feel a lot better now. And I do appreciate the love and people being concerned about it. I had no idea that Jax was going to go on the show and say that either. So, yeah, I don't want to say that he was lying by any means. It was just that he thought that's what it could have been. But
that's just me being a caring husband.
Yeah, he was just worried about me. But I just wanted to make that clear and clear that up because I have gotten so many questions about that.
Are you feeling stuck in your career or lacking employment at the moment? Experiencing symptoms of job dissatisfaction? You might be suffering from a common condition known as career stagnation. But don't worry, there's a solution. Monster.com. Monster.com offers a comprehensive suite of career-boosting tools designed just for you. Our free resume review and AI interview prep tool will help you stand out from the crowd. Need more guidance? Dive into our career advice articles for expert tips and insights. And don't forget to check out our salary tools to ensure you're getting paid what you're worth. Side effects may include a new job, increased confidence, and a brighter future. Consult Monster.com today and take the first step towards your new career. Ready for your next job opportunity? Visit Monster.com now.
Okay, so let's move on. So,
well, hold on. I want to talk about one more thing in House of the Villains.
What?
How did you feel going back to the show, and how did you feel getting to pick Tanisha as the winner?
I felt really good about it. I liked going back. It was less stress. It wasn't. I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm in a competition again. I kind of went back and I didn't really think about it. It was, like I said, stress free. Got to sit down. I got to watch them go through a competition that, by the way, I would have never done myself. They had to eat the craziest things.
What'd they eat?
If I can't exactly remember, but it was like, I want to say there was. Don't quote me on this. I think there was like an eyeball in there. There was like the super hottest wings you could possibly imagine.
Oh gosh!
Wings. I want to say there was like raw egg. I think it was like animal eggs or something. I can't remember exactly, but everything was. It was just disgusting. I would have never done that. I would have just bowed out right there. Like I wasn't joining Fear Factor. Okay, this wasn't what I was signed up for. I thought it was just like,
these shows are kind of like old school Fear Factor.
Old school Fear Factor, and but it was nice to be on the other side of the table and just get to watch them like in pain because they
were mean to you.
Yeah,
they wanted you gone as soon as you walked through the door.
Yeah, it goes with the territory. But it was nice to watch Shake cry because I don't like him very much. So it was nice to watch him just literally cry. And,
man.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a fun experience, and I'm so happy for Tanisha. She deserves it. She's an amazing mother. She's a great person. I loved hanging out with her. Her and I hung out on all the downtime together, and we just had a really, really good time. So she 100% deserves it. I know everyone's like, how come you didn't vote for Johnny? And I'm like, you know what? Johnny goes on these competitions all the time, and and Tanisha's a mother. She's a single mother, and she, like I said, she just really, really deserves it. So I'm just so happy for her.
And also, Johnny didn't split his winnings with his partner, who did half of the work that he did. So it was time for somebody else to get it.
Plus, I'm a parent. I understand.
Yeah,
things are expensive. And like I said, she's a single
kids
mom,
ain't cheap, y'all.
Kids are not cheap, and I hope she's doing well. I haven't talked to her actually. I haven't talked to her in a couple of weeks. I got to check in with her, but. Yeah, it was an amazing time, and I was so humbled to be part of that series. We had a great time. Yeah, I know I got voted off really quickly, but I had a good time anyway with everybody. So next in the news, by the way, did you hear someone tossed their mom's ashes at a Pink concert? Did you see
saw that video. Yes.
So. What do you think of that? What was Pink's response to this?
I think she was just kind of like in shock, like kind of freaked out by the situation. I mean, maybe her mom was the biggest Pink fan in the world and asked for that. I'm not sure, but I think they really went on Pink.
Even if she was a fan of the Pink concert, you're throwing it on a stage in some kind of stadium.
No, it was.
I don't think her mom's a fan of the stadium.
I don't know. I don't know what makes people do things like that.
I've been noticing a lot on Instagram that there's a lot of people throwing things at artists. Like I just saw Harry Styles got a shoe thrown at him. Somebody else got, they're throwing things.
There's been a lot of, like a cell phone got thrown at somebody. Like actually a couple of people got cell phones thrown at them.
what makes people do these things? And like, do they think they're not going to get kicked out? Like,
Remember that one time, Jax, that you got kicked out of Britney Spears concert?
Yes, but I wasn't throwing it at her. I was throwing it up in the air.
Okay, you need to tell this story right now.
Okay, so when we first met, I don't know if I've told the story or not, but we were in Vegas, and when we first met, we met I think we're at, what was it, the Hard Rock?
We met at the Golden Spike. I didn't go to the Britney Spears concert with you, but I met up with you before and afterwards.
Right. But we were...
Because you guys had tickets.
Front row to Britney Spears, right? We were so excited, and I was very, very intoxicated. But we had a bottle of champagne. Now, obviously, the bottle of champagne sits in a thing of ice, and I got really excited, and I threw the ice in the air.
Gosh.
Well, an ice cube definitely hit the stage. I wasn't throwing it, though. I wasn't purposely throwing it like these people were. An ice cube hit the stage, and... yeah, they weren't really happy about that. That could have been so dangerous.
Somebody could have slipped.
I know. And I didn't even, obviously, I was drinking. It was this and that.
Just a stupid mistake.
I wasn't intentionally throwing it at the stage. I was throwing it in my booth, and an ice cube landed on the stage. So, again, getting back to my story here, when people are throwing things at these people, and these people that are throwing these things have extremely good seats and really expensive seats. So what do they think is going to happen when they throw something? They're going to get kicked out.
And obviously they paid a lot of money for those really good seats. So are they mad at the people that they're throwing the phones at? Like, it doesn't make sense.
I don't understand throwing something knowing that you're going to get kicked out. The security's so tight at these places, right? They manhandled me in 2 seconds with that ice. And I didn't even know it
you almost got kicked out of the Grinch, the Broadway musical, too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So I almost got kicked out of the Grinch, right? It says
you're not supposed to record, and Jax is just recording anyway, not even thinking about it. And here they come with the flashlights, embarrassing the crap out of me. I was like,
Jax, put your phone down. Put your phone down. I'm like, I just wanted to catch a little bit.
You are just like one of those kids who has to do the opposite of what the rules say. You have to like touch everything that you're not supposed to touch. You'd go to the museum and you'd have to touch all the skeleton bones of the dinosaurs.
I just wanted to catch a little video of the Grinch, just to catch just like a little bit of memory. I wasn't gonna.
I wasn't trying to ruin the Grinch.
I wasn't trying to ruin it. There was no flash or anything. I just was trying to get a little video of the Grinch. Just
They caught you. They caught your ass.
I don't know how. That place was packed with screaming kids, and somehow they spotted me.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Oh my gosh, I got to get into this thing. I know this is crazy off the topic, but have you guys seen this power slapping?
My sister actually sent me videos of that last year. She's been cracking up at that for ages.
So this kind of goes along the lines of UFC. So Dana White, who started UFC, started power slapping. So this is this new thing where I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know. It's literally,
they literally slap each other really hard in the face, and sometimes people's faces get stuck over to
oh my
the
gosh!
side.
People are having seizures. People are falling down. Their faces are deformed.
If you have not seen it, you've got to watch it. I mean, one person's face just literally went right to the side. It looked like they were kissing like a window or something, and it was stuck like that.
I mean, and guys, these aren't just like everyday people. These are people that are huge, people that are scary, like that are like 300-pound.
Would you ever do it, Jack? No, there's females that do it too that are just normal size. Like everybody I've seen are not huge.
No, the females are
people
like,
of all sizes.
They're all like UFC fighters. They are like incredibly scary people.
I would just not want to be hit.
I wouldn't do it for. I wouldn't do it for $1 million. I wouldn't let a woman do it to me for $1 million.
Oh, whatever.
Have you seen how hard
you wouldn't
they
take a hit for $1 million?
Okay, from you, yes. Not
from me.
Not from these freaking. Have you gone? Okay, guys, check out on Instagram.
You got to look it up. It's hilarious.
Watch these videos, and then we'll get back to this next week. I want to hear some people calling in. I want to hear some people write in. Like, say,
but
would you do
you
this?
would take it from me, but not from somebody
Brittany,
else.
These are people. I'm trained,
strong. Okay,
are trained fighters. These are trained people. I was watching the training videos of these. How they train. Did you see that? Have you seen the training videos?
No, I just thought it was all
they line
silly.
up all day. They practice smacking people in the face like for hours on end. And not only that, I talk about this. Then I got invited to this, so I'm super excited that I'm going to be going. I don't know if it's this month or next month, but I am going to go. You guys are going to watch my stories. I'm going to be in awe of this. I'm actually going to be in the arena. They reached out to me. The Dana White's team reached out to myself, and I'm going to bring Tom with me, and we are going to go to this event. It's supposed to be an incredible event. People are just obsessed with it right now, but and Dana White's he's loving this. He's loving everything about it. He thinks it's going to be the next biggest thing, and it really is. I mean, you have to watch it. It's one of those things where you just have to watch. Anyway, I'll move on from this. But
It's crazy. I think
I needed to talk about this because I can't believe people just get up there and want to get slapped.
Oh my goodness. like I said, we've been running around like crazy for this holiday season, but it's been so much fun. Jax, what is your like favorite Christmas memory?
Oh, all my Christmas memories are just when I was in my youth were just all so amazing. My mom and dad just nailed it every year. They just really, really did. I mean, they played the part. They did all the cookies and the milk, and they played the footprints, and they did the raisins for the wrap, the Easter. They did the cookies. They left the notes. I mean, they were just so good. My mom had special handwriting for Santa on the labels. She used the same wrapping paper, like, throughout all of our gifts. She was just so good.
My family did all that too.
I'm not taking anything from my father. He was amazing. He put all that shit together. But my mom was just like, she was the brains.
Well, let's be real. The women, especially the moms, do everything for Christmas.
My mom.
I mean, no, like you should give me a little credit here. I mean, we get Santa Claus. Like everybody gives Santa Claus all the credit, but Mrs. Claus, we all know, was the one packing Santa's bag, making sure everything is put in place and where it needed to go, making sure the list is right. It's definitely like that in real life too.
Yeah, not taking anything away from the fathers. They are part of it. But in my household, my mom just she just knocked it out of the park.
My family did all that as well. They really went above and beyond to like make sure the spirit of Christmas was alive. And that's what I love so much about the holidays. And there was one year, because, back in the day, we had those big VHS recorders. Yeah. Those big ones. So like I have an older brother, Wes, older brother, Tiffany, two younger brothers. My little brother's
Tiffany.
My sister, Tiffany. And it was just me, Tiffany, and Wes at that time. Blake and Austin weren't in the world yet, but my brother wanted to catch Santa Claus so bad. So my dad set up a secret camera and had it facing the tree, and he had one of his friends come in and be Santa Claus. And then he like finds the camera and he's like, "Oh, that little Wesley," and like turns the camera off. It's like, that is so special. Yeah. You know what I mean?
When you go the extra mile,
and
like
we still have those VHS tapes and the excitement on their faces and everything. Like it was just the most adorable thing.
Speaking of VHS tapes, Brittany broke one out during the holidays.
My brother chose that one.
We all had to sit on a couch Christmas Day and watch Brittany's like recitals,
home videos,
dance videos. And mind you, it wasn't just me and Brittany. It was me, Brittany, her dad, her mom, her brothers,
my stepmom,
her nephew, her nephew's girlfriend. It was like all the
my brother, my sister-in-law. But hey, my brother's the one that picked the tape. But it was so funny. It was one of my birthday parties, and it was so funny. Me and my friends, even then, would stand up and act out like little things like grease lightning was going on, and we were making everybody sit around the circle and watch us do our little dances. Oh, it was so funny. Those are the memories that I just love to have. And now all we do is take our cell phone and record like a short little clip and put it on Instagram. Back then you would record, like my dad recorded a whole video game of me, or a whole VHS of me cheering on the sidelines for a basketball game. Yeah. And like doing my gymnastics in the court and stuff, like the entire game. We don't have those moments anymore.
I'm just, you know me, I'm
about to start recording everything Cruz does.
I just feel like Christmas has lost its luster.
Oh, no.
I have an opinion.
Way.
I'm allowed to have an opinion. So, we grew up in a time where like you never asked for things like 3 months before Christmas. You put it on your Christmas list. God forbid you asked for a toy 3 months before Christmas, you would just get it because you didn't get toys other than Christmas, your birthday, graduation. We just didn't grow up.
A lot of people are still just like that, Jax.
But now we have Amazon. So if like people see something, they buy it and they get it the next day. Yeah. And it's like there's no like excitement anymore for like the cool toy.
Oh, whatever. Did you not see Presley with her Elf on the Shelf? On my niece Presley and her Elf on the Shelf. It was the cutest thing ever because on Christmas Eve, apparently the elves don't need their magic anymore, so they can take their elf with them and carry it around. Well, I have my niece and my two little cousins, and they all three had their elves at Christmas Eve dinner, and they were just cherishing every moment with them, carrying them around, loving them. Me and Presley were making little videos where the elf would leave, and it was just like, oh, it just made me, it was so much fun. I mean, that stuff different. Is so magical and so sweet. And I love it. I love it.
But that's not toys. Now, you're not excited about getting toys. Like,
yes, they are. She was screaming, opening her presents. Do you not remember Presley being like, oh my gosh? I think it's just because you're getting older.
No, I just feel like, just the excitement of making a list of the toys you wanted and you didn't get anything until
letters
Christmas.
to Santa.
I just feel like kids now, if you want something, they just go on their mom's phone and they buy it on Amazon. They buy it on Amazon. They see it on Amazon. They go to their mom's phone and they see it. And they just
Well,
get it. It's like, there's the instant gratification now because of Amazon. Not taking anything away from Amazon. They're
we love
amazing.
it.
But I'm just saying, everything's just so, if you see it, you can buy it and you can have it at your house the next day. And it's just like there's no
Well,
more,
that's why you got to not spoil
excitement.
too much.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that? Cruz literally has everything.
Oh, but he's just a sweet little sweetheart.
I know, but
you know what?
Sure he's
I know.
excited about
Trust me,
things.
he's gonna have chores. I want to get a chicken coop with 2 little chickens, not a rooster, so they don't make sounds. So that when he's old enough, he has chores and that he is able to go outside. He's gonna have chores and stuff. I think that's very important.
Our pool filter has been on the fritz, and our neighbors are going crazy, which they should. Do you honestly think they're going to want chickens?
That's why I would not get a rooster. The hens are nowhere near as loud. Okay, they're the cutest ones, the silkies. I want one so bad. They're like so furry and fluffy and
We
just
live in LA.
adorable.
We don't live in Kentucky.
Okay, but I'm a Kentucky girl that lives in LA. I still like my animals. I would have a horse back there if I could. A little mini horse.
Hey, did you ever grow up in a time where you had like someone's house where you used to go party at?
My house was the party house. Oh, 100%. My house was the party house. We had, because the thing was, my mom, if she listens to this, she already knows by now. She didn't know then, but she knows now. I was such a partier, and my bedroom had a door that went to the outside. So it was like on. I had people over there all the time, and my mom wouldn't even know. We had this orange room that was like inside of my room. It had a little seating area and stuff. We would always like sit in there. And me and my girlfriends, we called ourselves the FBC, which meant the First Bitches Club. And then our guy friends were the P-Pack. I can't remember what that stood for, but I'm sure we could guess. But we would always like hang out and like it was my house for sure. And I had a little pool in the backyard. So, which is what I want our house to be. I would rather the kids come and hang out.
Of course.
Cruz's friends come and hang out here so I know they're safe.
Same. And that's how my house was too. Did you ever try smoking cigarettes?
Oh, no.
Have you ever tried a cigarette in
I
your
don't think
life?
I've ever tried a cigarette. I really, that I can remember. I don't think I've ever tried a cigarette. I tried a Black and Mild before. Those are even stronger. But I know I was so against cigarettes. And my sister and brother would like hide them sometimes. I would find them and get so mad and go tattletale on them.
Yeah, my mom and dad were smokers, and my sister and I hated it. Like,
yeah,
we grew up with it. And we didn't like it. My parents didn't smoke in the house though. They always smoked outside.
Nobody in my family smoked or even hardly drinks.
Yeah, it was one of those things that we just didn't like. Now my sister did try it one time. I caught her. I caught her trying it, and I told on her.
You tattletale. Oh my gosh!
Well, she did it in our house, in our bathroom that we shared together, and it stunk in there.
Oh
and we
my
were just
gosh!
Anti that, but I think she was at the part where she was like coming of age, where she was like trying new things.
Yeah.
And cigarettes.
Everybody almost has tried a cigarette
I
their
tried
day.
it too. I tried it too. I think I tried it.
I might
like 3
have.
times.
I don't really recall it. I just know that I always like felt a nauseous feeling in my stomach if I smelled a cigarette. Even before, whenever I was a kid, I just hated the smell. It made me feel nauseous.
I got somebody asked me the other day, Jax, out of you and Brittany, who makes the tough decisions in your family? Who makes the decisions that are the tough decisions? I thought that was a good question because I think we live in a day and age now where it's a little different, and I think depending on who runs your household, I don't think anybody should run your household. I think it depends in our lives. I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Like you might make a decision about something, but then if it comes to like his doctor's appointments and stuff like that, I'm the one that's going to be on top of it. Do you know what I mean? But you might help out more with like his swim class or certain things like that. But hard decisions, we haven't really had to handle like too much.
Not yet. I think we're going to be getting into those points, obviously, with
Cruz growing
and,
up,
like schools, and just different things like that. I think we're going to start getting into it. But the only hard decisions really we've had to make so far is like where we're going to live and where we're going to get married.
Yeah,
things like that, yeah, I mean, nothing's been too crazy yet, but I think it's kind of 50-50 right now. I think it kind of goes both ways.
50-50, but who runs the house, Jax?
I will have to say you run the house.
That's right. Who runs the house? Britt.
You know what they say, happy wife, happy life. Don't sweat the small stuff, pick and choose your battles. I need to to learn more about the pick and choose your battles.
Yeah. Because it gets so easy. It gets so easy when you've been together for as long as we have to just like bicker about everything.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes we'll have those days where we are just bickering and just driving each other crazy. And I hate those days. But then other days we're just having the most fun. You know, we always get over everything, but it's really easy to fall into that pattern.
And I think it's different from when our parents, because my dad went to work every day.
Yeah.
So,
And we're together.
People now work from home. So you're not only working at home, but we have the same friends. We go to bed together. We play together. We eat together. We do everything together. So it doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes you're going to drive each other crazy. Yeah. It's going to happen. But you just got to learn. But at least we're aware. We're very, very aware. And we always remember to bring it back home.
Yeah.
Like we bring it back home. And we don't let our arguments last for that long. We'll switch the subject, or we'll just, after an argument,
take a breather.
We'll take a breather for 5 to 10 minutes, come back down and totally hey, do you want to go do this? So we kind of get it off of our heads and just kind of just move on from it. We don't really dwell on it too much, but it happens, especially like I said, in this day and age, everybody works from home. So everybody's together all the time. So yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, I got to take my own advice sometimes because it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard sometimes. Brittany, someone also asked, Brittany, what's your favorite material possession? They were all excited about your Christmas and what you got for Christmas. And by the way, my gift is on its way. It's a little late, but I think you'll be very, very happy. But anyway,
you got me a gift?
I did. I got you a gift.
What?
Now, we are at the point of our lives with our son is Brittany and I are very, very fortunate. You know, we have everything that we could possibly have. We're very blessed. But so now when we do gifts, we usually do trips to each other. Like we're going to go to Disney together.
Right. We told you guys.
Or stuff like that. That's kind of like what we do now because like I said, we things are things. We can get them anytime
I want the memories, especially right now, whenever he was already getting presents from other people. But I think trips and having the memories and the family time is so important.
That being said, what is your favorite material possession?
Oh, gosh.
I think I know. Should I say?
What do you think it is?
I think it's your handbags.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought I had to pick just one. That's why I was I don't know.
I think when it comes to handbags, I think it's because they're all the same thing, but you collect them.
I like to switch them out. And I hope one day maybe I'll have a little girl and I can pass them down to her. I think that'd be so cute. But I don't know. I bought my Christmas gift to myself, my red bottoms. I just love them so much. It might be my favorite shoe I've ever purchased myself.
But it's like one thing that you can wear. You're going to wear once in a while. Do you have something that you love that you day that you just love to have? That's your thing that you're like this.
Of course. Yeah, of course. I love my purses, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, what that I guess that is something that I collect. You're the one who collects everything.
I would have to go for me. I used to collect a lot more. Obviously, when you have kids, that slows down a lot because now I don't spend anything on myself anymore. Very, very rarely that I buy anything for myself anymore. Sometimes I'll splurge and be like, oh, I want this or whatever. But I think for me, it has to be my car, my Corvette. I think my Corvette is probably, and any of my toy collectibles that I have in the garage, that's my little thing. I don't really have serious things in it much anymore, but my cars.
That's a pretty awesome thing.
Yeah, I would have to say that. If you had to work on something about yourself, what would that be? Oh, Jesus, how much time do we have?
I would work on my punctuation because I am the biggest procrastinator when it comes to getting ready, and I'm not very good at being on time to things. So I need to work on that big time.
Yeah, I've asked that a lot. What do you guys think? What do you think about Brittany? And I used to say nothing, but now I have one. It's her time management.
Time management
is a huge thing, and for me, I got a lot. I mean,
hey, I'll show up when I had to, obviously, but if I'm getting ready, I get so distracted. I'll start doing my makeup, and then I'll go over here and start randomly fixing something over here, or cleaning something over there, or playing with Cruz over here. It's I just get so distracted. I don't know why. Yeah. Something that could take me 30 minutes to get ready would take me 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So I got to fix this big time.
For me, it's, I have a lot. I have a lot of demons, and I've been working on them obviously for a very, very long time. Some are taking longer than others, but for me, it's patience. And I've been using the Better Health that we one of our sponsors. I've been checking them out, and they've been working out immensely. But just probably checking out my patience is one. I'm very short tempered. My father was the same way. My grandfather was the same way. It was just something that I was born with, and I have a hard time listening. Listening is a big thing with me.
Oh gosh, don't we know it?
I listen, I can see what you're saying,
but it goes in one ear and out the other.
And I just forget a lot. I don't know if it's with age. I don't think it's age. I think it's laziness. I think my brain is just so it's just laziness. And I think that's just something that my dad was the same way. We just did not listen. And we had very short tempers, and it was just one of those things that I need to work on, especially having a son or kids and stuff like that. You don't want them to see that.
No, absolutely not.
I've been working on that, but I appreciate those questions. Those are really, really good.
We get into it here. We're our own therapists on this episode.
This is probably another one of my favorite questions. If you could live anywhere in the world and money or job was not an issue, where would it be? I'll tell you that right now.
Well, we know you would live in Florida. Yeah, I think like Florida, Hawaii, somewhere very pretty and tropical.
Hawaii is too far from family.
Yeah.
You can get the same effect in Hawaii.
If I can move all my family with me to like a beautiful beach somewhere, then it's on.
But don't you think you would be bored after a couple months?
No, not with all my family and friends there.
No, when you say island, like, okay, then what? Like,
I think it would be beautiful.
How many days can you just go to the beach and party? Like after that, you're going to get a little bit bored.
Well, there's other stuff. There's places to eat. There's restaurants. There's shopping. There's just like anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think somewhere tropical for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're going to narrow it down a little bit more, I would go to Florida. I think Florida is my spot. I make it very well known that I would go to Florida. And it's not even that far-fetched. I can make that happen.
Well, I just want to say Jax's dad, the 27th, marked, 5 years? 6 years?
Yeah.
6 years since he'd been gone. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I didn't do an Instagram or post about it or anything just because, I just don't feel like it's necessary to put it out there anymore. I felt like, I love my father more than anything in the world and I miss him dearly. But, I just kind of, I'm dealing with my own way. My sister deals it with her own way. My sister takes it really, really tough and she has a really, really hard time with it.
Of course.
And, it's tough. It gets tougher every year because especially now that I have a kid and everything and my family's starting to grow and, I have a home and I got married. It's tough, especially around the holidays. And not only that, not only is it tough around the holidays, my dad died on the holidays. So yeah, it was December 27th marked his 6th year in heaven.
Well, I just wanted to do a little shout out for him,
I love him dearly and I miss him dearly. And, yeah, it's tough. But I will see him again. Yes,
for sure. And he's definitely watching over Cruz. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to When Reality Hits. I hope you guys, again, had a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. And Happy New Year. 2024 is right around the corner. I can't believe it.
Oh, my gosh, guys. If you want to go to Jax's Studio City, you guys can come this week.
New Year's
Free
Eve
admission.
party.
We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be hosting. We're going to be bringing in the new year together. And I'd love to see you all. So if you need any last-minute things or ideas to do, come to Jax's. Come hang out, and let's have some fun.
Yes.
So anyway, have a great Happy New Year's. We'll see you next week. We'll get into what we got into. And, we'll check in with everybody.
All right. Have a great week, guys. See you next time.
Hello, I'm Rabia Chaudhry. I invite you to join me every Tuesday for new episodes of Nighty Night Bedtime Stories to keep you awake, now on PodcastOne. This new incarnation of Nighty Night is an anthology of stories that bring to life classic horror stories. Some you're definitely familiar with, and others you'll be hearing for the first time. Join me as I tuck you into bed with stories that will leave you sleepless all night long. Get new episodes of Nighty Night every Tuesday, wherever you get your podcasts.